And I immediately said, David, why haven't I been using these all these years? But I tried it every once in a while. But no, it helped tremendously, along with every other patch.
Yeah, sometimes, I guess this is just to say, normally we might patch with Ice Wave, glutathione, X39, Eon for pain relief. In this specific case, we applied a carnosine patch to the back of his neck where the pain was, and it went from like a 10 down to a 2 in just a few minutes, right?
Exactly.
But you walked in, of course, you've been helping along with any number of different humanitarian programs, and just so we can finish that off, you came in, you're having a problem with your knee as a result of the car accident, and I said, okay, stay right here, I've got something I want you to try. And so you tried this, and I had to take a conference call, and I came back an hour later, and what happened?
Well, I was able to get up from the table where before from sitting. In an hour's time, this new invention, I couldn't believe it. I said, David, I couldn't walk without having the cane. And I couldn't get up without using the cane. But I got straight up from the table and the chair, and I started walking around the office. And I said, what in the world is this? I mean, I've been with David for so long, I know what he's capable of, but I just couldn't believe what this did for him, really. Do you mind if I sit down?
Okay, so Thomas, let's talk for a minute about humanitarian relief.
Yes.
Let's talk a minute about it. Let's talk about the Military Order of the Purple Heart. You and I have done many events now for our vets and to help those in need. Why don't you put that in your own words?
Well, yes, thank you, David. It's something very dear to my heart. I'm from a military family. But back in 2000, I believe it was 2012, we had been involved with the military to some sort. But it was difficult to get in through the VA. For those of you who remember, all the way back to 2006 and 7, Dr. Steve Hollywiner, he and I traveled to different places around the country with the VA hospitals and what have you. And I have to tell this one short story. We went into this one VA hospital. We were demonstrating before 8 different physicians at the VA, and every one of them had a problem with pain. As a matter of fact, one of the surgeons said, I have to perform an operation, a procedure, in less than an hour. I think I'm going to have to cancel it. Dr. Steve got up, come right over here, right? And he patched him. At that time, we only had Ice Wave and energy patches. He was up and around, he was ready to dance within about 2 minutes. He could not believe it. So from that point forward, we went on trying to give products to veterans and their families. But in 2012, as I mentioned, I was honored to be able to present to the Military Order of the Purple Heart to a state commander. And prior to that, he said, I just want you to know that I've been told about you, and you're a stink oil salesman. And I said, really? Okay, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. And I said, are you in pain? He says, well, yes, I have pain, but I have about 20 vets here that are in terrible, terrible pain. And if you can take them out of pain, I might believe you. Well, he brought them up one by one. Each and every one of them were taken out of pain.
Yeah.